Welcome to thetravelballdad.com with a special edition today. We're on site in Lexington, Kentucky with the package deal. Ladies, welcome to Kentucky.
Thanks for having us.
They are invading the Bluegrass State. First impressions of Kentucky are?
We love it.
Super green.
Yeah,
so lots
super
of trees.
Green. Very green.
It is the Bluegrass
hot.
State, so
Yeah.
blue-green, it all works. Did you guys ever play softball in Kentucky during your playing days?
I didn't get to.
I did. I got to play at University of Kentucky last year in 2018.
That's right, SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. Well, being a Kentucky fan, I can't cheer on the Dogs too much, but
It's okay. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
I do it myself.
I got you.
Kellsi had some great experiences actually at Kentucky
I did.
when she was playing with LSU.
I never.
That's right, I forgot you, LSU. Go
I did.
Tigers.
I won 1 game out of 4 in Lexington. That's a tough place to play.
Wow. So, welcome back then.
Thank you.
Well, it is near and dear to my heart as well, being from Kentucky, but you guys travel all over the country doing what you love, which I think is phenomenal. I wanted to understand better, if you can share with the audience, what are some of the things that softball has given you that you've applied throughout life after your playing days?
Wow. I think just learning how to be a great teammate, and I think I've always been kind of a more selfless and like giving person in my life, but really like being a part of a team and being part of something bigger than myself has really, lended itself to be positive to me, not just in the sport of softball, but now outside as well. Like, I get to think about how can I impact other people's lives positively, just like I got to impact my teammates' lives as well. So that's something I'll carry with me for the rest of my life for sure.
Ashley, I saw something that you did on YouTube, I believe, and it was around, you guys are all exceptional athletes and played at the highest levels. Can you share with the followers how you made the adjustment going from big fish in a small pond to continue to climb that ladder, right? And now you're in a big pond with big fish. And how do you compete, and how do you handle that from a mental side of things?
Yeah, so I guess you could say like the big fish in the small pond thing was definitely applicable when I was just growing up, because I was in an area in Indiana where softball really wasn't talked about like it is, in the South or in the West. So kind of just doing things differently than everybody else, I think, was kind of the mindset my entire life. I said, if I want to play college softball, and these are the girls that, are playing at the Women's College World Series, which that was the only thing I could watch growing up. Those were the people that I was like, okay, what are they doing differently? And that's what I want to hop on and start doing. So I think from a perspective of these are what the big dogs are up to, and I don't care if I'm from Indiana, like I can make that happen as well. So it's kind of like, what are most people doing? Okay, I'm going to set myself apart from them to do what I want to do later on in life.
You touched on the Women's College World Series. That was the only time really softball was on 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
You didn't see it like you see it now with Amanda every weekend on the SEC Network and doing all the things she does with ESPN.
Right.
That's probably, at our house, we're watching softball all the time, especially during the postseason.
Yes.
And it's great that you're watching all the games across the country, and the ladies are getting exposure like they should, and it's great.
It's so huge, and that's the thing is, like, when I was growing up, the only thing on TV softball wise was the Women's College World Series. So now that like there's games prior to the Women's College World Series that are on TV, it's just like amping up the hype even more.
And it's crazy. You can walk off the field, pick up your phone. Oh, what I do on this play right here? And it's right there for you.
Exactly.
And 12-year-old girls get to watch it.
Yeah.
45-year-old guys get to watch it. It's just good stuff.
Yeah.
Kendall, coming around to you. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You're the young one here, aren't you?
Yes, I am the young one.
Okay. Are they teaching you wisely?
Oh,
are you learning?
Absolutely. I'm learning every day, every time I see them.
Yes, ma'am. Question for you. What tips would you give a young softball player coming up that, they like softball, but maybe there's other sports to play? From a multi-sport athlete perspective, are you more of an advocate of multi-sports or playing softball only? What do you see most common, and what do you see as reality?
So most common, I see that athletes start sticking to softball only in high school. At least where I came from, in my high school. And I stopped playing multi-sports when I was a sophomore in high school, and I wish that I would have kept playing, because I do think that you have the ability to get burnt out and feel like you're too invested into the sport. And so I would say to keep playing as many sports as you can, like, put on your plate, with your priority being softball, just because it gives you just more of a community in an athlete perspective, not just softball. You're not just a softball player. You have other hobbies and other things that give you like something to fuel you to keep you in the sport of softball.
I was talking with Coach Sandy Pearsall, former coach at Louisville, about this exact topic, and she's probably the only coach I've talked to that put it out there as it is, right? The reality is a lot of coaches want multi-sport athletes, but which ones are they going after more times than not? It's that person that's dedicated to softball only, right? And you mentioned going, as a sophomore, you transitioned into softball only. And to your point, at some point down that path, you got to pick. And, it is what it is. Right? Amanda, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Recently, on the baseball side of things, we're seeing a lot of talk about pitchers and emotions, right, on the mound. For example, striking out batters and showing emotion. Batters showing emotion to pitchers. I don't see it so much on the softball side of things. Maybe it's happening and I just don't see it, but you haven't been there, and no other pitchers here, are there? Catcher?
Gotcha.
Outfielder, right? So you being the only pitcher here, did you see that a lot when you played, and are you seeing more of it today in the game as far as emotion on the mound?
Yeah, I think you're really seeing a lot more. I think it's because the games mean so much more now. And they always meant a lot when we played too, but with more TV comes more pressure, more adrenaline, more expectations. And with that as a player, like, you feel those emotions more. So something that I think of is like Miranda Ellish for Texas, whenever she was playing in that super regional against Alabama before she got hurt, and even in the regional. I mean, she was fist pumping, like showing a ton of emotion. And then I think younger kids see it and then they want to be like her. So now that there's more games on TV, they're seeing that emotion more, and not only are displaying it like the travel ball games, but then once they get to college, they think that it's okay too, and they show that emotion as well.
I haven't been on the field on the baseball side of things. 20 years ago, you didn't see a lot of, people dropping bad words as they get thrown out at first base. You just didn't see a lot of it. I think in society, as we get older, I guess I'm an old man, right? Uphill both ways to school, and I think it's becoming more accepted and kind of ignored in a sense, to where there's more things to worry about than what they say. Last week there was an incident at the College World Series baseball, and I just chalk it up as some kids make mistakes. But it's not just kids. You're seeing Dennis Eckersley talk about the Toronto Blue Jays pitcher, telling him he should hide his emotions and it's getting old. Whereas if you look back in 1986, Dennis Eckersley was doing the same exact thing, shooting people when he struck them out. Those types of things. So to your point, it's probably always happened, but with more cameras, more exposure, now we see it.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful. Well, ladies, I know you got a lot going on. I really appreciate you taking a second. TheTravelBallDad.com is fortunate to be with these successful softball ladies, accomplished on the field and off. Thanks so much. Have a great time in Kentucky.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Follow the package deal.
Yeah.
Follow thepackagedeal.com. You know what? I'm a bad host. Where can we find you on social, Kellsi?
So the package deal on Instagram, and then packagedeal.com, and then check us out, see if there's a clinic near you, and sign up.
Wonderful. Ashley?
Personal?
Yep. It's Smashly, isn't it?
It's Smashly _4. It's a high school nickname.
I liked it.
It's
stuck.
stuck, and then I started hitting home runs, so here you go.
Wonderful. Kellsi, where can we follow you?
Kendall. But it's totally fine. Too many kids. I get it. It's
K.
right. No, Instagram is Kenny Grace with an I. So Grace.
Kenny Grace with an I.
Yeah.
And Ashley? Ashley,
Amanda.
Amanda.
K's.
We got A's and K's.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brooke, I was good coming down on the trip, wasn't it?
No, it's fine. It's different when we all kind of look the same too. We're all wearing hats.
We're all wearing
but-
hats.
know.
And, what's that, Kellsi?
A Scarborough on Instagram, Amanda Scarborough Lessons and Clinics on Facebook, and then for sure follow the package deal.
The package deal's phenomenal. Check them out on social. They go across the country. If there isn't a location close to you, reach out to them. Schedule a clinic in your town. They'd be happy to come and teach the wonderful game of softball. Thanks,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Take care.
Thank you.